What is going on, YouTube? So coming back today with my next mock draft. So today is my first Yahoo one, and as you guys can see here, actually most of the players are on auto bid. So it's hard to find a mock draft or an auction mock draft right now that have people in it, but I still wanted to give you guys a look at kind of what's going on right now. And this kind of gives you a look at what Yahoo's ranks look like. I mean, obviously it's not going to be exact, but it's kind of close. I've already said this. I'm not dumping 10 over their projected value. Definitely not for David Johnson. I'm lower on David Johnson. A lot of people have him, and I think in my last rankings I had him like 12th or something. So I mean, not something I'd probably be spending that much for. But I will for Le'Veon Bell. Go up to 60 for him. I wonder if the computer does that thing where they update at the last second. Hope not. Cool. And since this is an auction draft, I'm probably only going to do the first 6 to 8 rounds recorded and then give you guys the rest of the results in the description, because these auction drafts take a while. Looks like Julio Jones getting taken off at 59. Not the worst price. This is going to be an interesting year of auction drafts just because I think their rankings are so weird. I'm going to try something. I'm going to spend damn near my entire budget on these two. I'm going to try it. See how it works out. I personally think Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley are two of the better running backs in this draft. Actually, just in this entire season. So I don't know where Ezekiel Elliott's going at. Whoa. Oh, he's hella cheap. Alright. Alright, well, if you're looking for a player to draft in Yahoo right now, Ezekiel Elliott's definitely that guy. This team's going to look stacked. At least at running back. Except I pretty much have no more money left. Let me get a look at what we're at right now. 5 minutes. So let's see. Let's get an idea of how everyone's projecting. Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton around the same spot. I like these rankings a little bit better than ESPN for right now. At least at quarterback. Wide receiver, I feel like they got AJ Green a little bit low. Probably same thing with Keenan Allen and definitely Sammy Watkins. What happened to him? Oh, foot surgery. So nothing probably that extreme. That'd be a good pickup, so I guess if you're doing a auction draft, keep an eye out for that. Oh. Like I mentioned before, auction drafts do take a considerable amount of time, or considerably more amount of time than live drafts. Obviously, you gotta nominate and then actually draft the player. And when you have a guy on auto pick or there's no guy at all drafting, then you still gotta wait the entire 30 seconds instead of like the 5-second auto pick it takes on live drafts for Yahoo or ESPN. I'll bid $2. I think it is an interesting time of the year, though, where everyone, has their own version of the rankings, and they kind of steady out the closer and closer you get to the season. It's pretty funny to watch. All right. I'm going to try to get... I want to try a different strategy here. Who do I want? Let's try to go with DGB. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. The cool thing about auction drafts is there's so many different strategies to go with, just because for live drafts, I mean, you really just got your basic drafting strategy of you either take best player available, have your team set in mind ahead of time of the order you want to take players, or you really just reach for guys, have the exact players set in mind, not just an exact position. Like I said, there's really 3 main live draft strategies. For auction drafts, there's a million. You could, there was the old strategy of throwing out all the players you don't want first so other people spend their money. That's still kind of one. Again, you can change up how you do that. And then there's one that I like where you just toss out players in a position that you want, and then maybe about 4th or 5th round in nominations, after it seems like you're trying to toss players out, then throw up some player you actually want so people aren't paying attention to it. I think that's a strategy that's been used a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of strategies. It's interesting to see everyone's strategy on the whole thing. Wonder what they. Oh. Would Jamal Charles be a steal right now? I never thought about that. Yeah. See, that's that's the interesting part about auction drafts is, the difference between a top level running back and then a mid level running back. The top. It's hard to describe. The difference probably between the top 3 running backs and the next 3. In a live draft, it's just a couple picks. In an auction draft, it could be like, a fifth of your budget. So, again, sometimes it's good to pick and choose. And if you want to have any position figured out this year where you want to find receiver, I just said it. If you want to have any position figured out this year for your ranking, sleepers, all that, receiver should be it. Because this is the highest I've ever seen receivers drafted in fantasy football in my, 12, 13 years of doing it. I know it's not that long, but well, for my age it is. Anyway, if you guys haven't seen my team yet, I managed to get a steal of Ezekiel Elliott for 10, even though he's on my bench. I forgot they don't have a flex position in Yahoo. Either way, I got Ezekiel Elliott for 10. So, if you want to find elite, I don't know if this is happening in regular mock drafts. That's something I'm going to have to figure out by doing a regular live draft. But if this is happening across the board with Ezekiel Elliott, you might want to go ahead and get in the league here and scoop him up. Because most places he's a top 10 pick, not a $10 draft pick in auction drafts. That's crazy. Then again, he might not work out, but that price, you might as well take the risk. See, I'm just not spending 46 on Jordy Nelson. It's just not. I feel like it's not something that's really worth it right now. He's too injury prone. Hasn't been given. Didn't he play a game last year? The talent's there, I think, but I think you need a little bit more proof of sustainability. Lamar Miller's an interesting one, too. No idea how he's going to turn out this year. Yeah, what I'm probably going to do is just get my first 6 players and then put the rest of the results in the description. I think the last time I did a mock draft, it was a baseball one, and it took, or an auction draft. It was a baseball one, and it took 6.5 hours. I didn't stay for the entire draft. I only stayed for like 3. But 3 hours in, I had only drafted, I think, 8 players, maybe 10. That's the longest I've ever stayed on a mock draft before. That was insane. I don't know why I did, but either way, auction drafts, especially on Yahoo, can take a minute. Julius Thomas. I'm actually going to try to pull an Ezekiel Elliott type strategy here. And go find all the receivers that are way underpriced. Go ahead and scoop them up so I'm not on this video for too long. They're not that underpriced. know what? Let's do Sammy. I'm going to spend my last fat dollar on him. Yeah, Sammy Watkins for... Oh. Douchebag. Oh, I'm not going 39, or I'm not going 40 with... Actually, you know what? I am going 40. Unless one of these other computers wants to be a douche and take all my money away. That's pretty much juices out all my budget, so... Yeah, sitting pretty with $28, so the boy's looking at a max budget of like $5 for a player now. I'm gonna wait on a quarterback. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try that cheap strategy for wide receivers. Jarvis Landry is an interesting one. Go for that. Wait, actually, no. That's not what I want. It's hard to do right now with a bunch of computers on. Trying to find the players you want. Team 3 still has all that. I think the only person he took was, DGP when I nominated him. I do like my team, though. If I could ever manage to blow out that team, oh, that'd be awesome. Even if the rest of the team won't be that great, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, Carlos Hyde. He's an intriguing one. Started out the season really well last year, didn't finish off so hot, but again, a guy that I think has actually a lot of potential this year. It's one of those situations that just feels right. So what I can do, I'm going to go ahead and knock some of the quarterbacks out of the way. I mean, when you're drafting with computers, that's your best strategy, is to knock people out of the way. And most of y'all probably know that, though. Go ahead and knock Russell Wilson out. I like Russell Wilson. I don't know. I just don't ever feel like it's worth it to me to draft him as the top 3 quarterback. I'm not saying he's not a top 3 quarterback in this league, but I always just have more faith in a guy like Tom Brady, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, Aaron Rodgers. Those types. Lacy goes for. Wow. I like Eddie Lacy this year more than last year, but not something I'd be willing to do. Oh, there goes Mark Ingram. I wonder who the most expensive players left are. I'm taking a look at the overview in a little while. Thomas Rawls. Julian Edelman for 36 is stupid. I'll never spend that much on Julian Edelman. I think having Julian Edelman more than Keenan Allen, Randall Cobb, and Brandon Cooks is absolutely insane. Wow, 43. Shit. I think this dude needed a receiver pretty badly. No, he did not. Spending all the money on receivers. That's a computer. Let's see what my average bid is now. I can bid an average of $2.50. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and knock Russell Wilson out. Honestly, 28 for Russell Wilson ain't bad. In auction drafts this year, you really have your way with quarterbacks. They're not that expensive. So again, I mean, if you got someone you want in mind, then go for them. And Aaron Rodgers for 40 ain't bad. Probably the last year was going for 60, 65. Didn't regress much. Just like I said, the quarterback position is a lot and just got devalued. Oh, thank God Julian Edelman's finally off the board. That's bold. He's going to be sitting pretty drafting $1 players for the rest of the time. I feel like that's the draft you strive not to go for. That's just my opinion on it. Obviously, these guys could be absolute studs this year, but that's my opinion on it. Starting to lag up a little bit. Let's see what time we're at. I'm trying not to go over 30 with this one. We'll see. It might go over by a little bit. All these guys are still way too expensive right now, and I think that's about to hit a wall. I mean, look at the budgets now. I'll bid $2. I don't know if this guy's ever going to bid on anyone. You gotta be kidding me. CJ Anderson for $2. Alright, dope. I think I'm set on running backs. Somehow managed to get Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, and CJ Anderson. CJ Anderson and Ezekiel Elliott combining for a value of $12. Guess that's just what happens when you draft with a lot of computers. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to try to take one or two more, and then, even though 4 of my 5 players are running backs right now, still just leave you guys with the results. Like I said, I just wanted to see what the auction draft landscape was looking like for this year. Still don't have a... Oh, I forgot about that. You can have like a max bid. Thomas Rawls for 28 ain't bad. I think I could just try to pull the strategy of letting everyone else spend their money and he has a bunch left to work with. I don't really like that one, though. I don't like being stuck with a bunch of upper middle tier players. It's just like having nothing but 5th round draft picks in a live draft. Or drafting your entire team in like the 5th round. And I guess some people like doing that. Not me. I'd never divulge a 1st round pick. And instead I have 4 of them now. So that works for me. Or 3. I don't know. Depends on what draft you're drafting in. Ooh. This is intrigue. Oh. Damn. I would pay that if I had the money. Let's see if I can snag Tom Brady. Let's see who this guy's trying to get. Big Ben. Oh. I'd like to get Jeremy Langford. Like I said, he was my #1 sleeper for this year. I think he's going to be great, but I'm not drafting a 5th running back. He's not yet. Alright, let's go Tom Brady. That sucks. Damn. Yeah, guys, I'm going to get one more player and then let you guys get on your merry ways. Most people I know that do or watch these auction drafts just look at the results anyway, maybe a few minutes of it. So I'm not going to leave you guys with too much of this. If I can snag Drew Brees, that'd be good. Ooh, that'd be tight if I could get Jordan Reed for $2. Nope. Always got to ruin the fun. Oh, not bad about that. Benjamin. Yeah, Kelvin Benjamin for 11's okay. I want to see what this dude's... Oh, he's only got 3 players. I'll be interested to see what that dude's team ends up looking like. Stewart. $9 for John Stewart. I think that's a lot. Dang, spent the last of his money on him. Greg Olson. I'm gonna try to go 2. Oh, no, not paying 15. Maybe I can just say fuck it and draft a guy like Jared Goff. Deuce out and take a rookie. I'll try to get Cobb. Oh, no one do it. No one do it. Oh, he did it. Damn it. You know, I'm going to make Cobb my final player. Unless this dude takes him. And then it's going to be a trash rest of my team. But it's whatever. Alright. Got $9 left in budget for 9 more players. So, yeah. I'll leave you guys right here. And put the results in the description below like I normally do. But anyway, that's pretty much it. See ya.